Hello and welcome! Some of you might not know I live in Saskatchewan, Canada, and the Regina Folk Festival hosts one of the best folk festivals across Canada. Part of that, the reason for that being is that a good portion of it's free. A really attractive quality, even for someone like me who's willing to pay to go into the main stage. The fact that they work really hard at making a good chunk of it free is the most phenomenal. And it's really well attended. There's like 5,000 people that go into the main stage on Saturday night, which in a town of like 150,000, 250,000, I don't know how big Regina is. I feel like that's a really big number, a good chunk of people, and they come from all over Saskatchewan to go to this thing, right? Like coming down from... Anyway, the lineup, was so phenomenal. First, we started with Great Lakes Horns, which I was really bored by, but whatever, don't tell anyone. Because I feel like they're such a quintessential Canadian band that I'm just like, I'm supposed to like them, la la. And then there was Serena Ryder, who Regina loves, and so she was warmly welcomed. And then we had Austra. And all of our lives were amazing. She's like this techno pop girl, and I love her. She's my favorite. And then they finished the night with Stars, who my sister hilariously did not understand that there was a band called Stars, and so she just thought that the whole night was a compilation of stars and not culminating with stars. So good, like just so, she's not stupid, she's just unaware. Susie was like, please tell me that you're going to vlog about Folkfest. And I was like, well, sure. But Susie's attachment to the process of live music is drawn out. My attachment is in the moment, leading up to the moment, but as soon as the moment is over, I get it, Suze, I get it, but I'm not carrying it forward quite as far as you are. So the bulk of this vlog will be spent talking I'm not a germaphobe, right? Like, we all know this. I just don't have those kind of qualms. And so I was jauntily heading towards the porta potty, trying not to step in mud, which was like going to a porta potty, but I want to avoid the mud. And so I'm like watching my footing. I'm looking at the ground as I'm walking to the porta potty, and all of a sudden I hear Hannah. And thus began the most quintessential seeing that guy from high school ever. I was like entering a set of felicity. It was amazing. It was exactly like when she sees Ben, except it had not been 3 months, it had been 7 years. So this guy in high school, I went to a really small high school. There's 7 people in our class. 7. So little family, blah blah blah. And we weren't friends. Like, we didn't have a lot in common. We didn't understand each other. We had a lot of different likes and dislikes in life, and the only thing we had in common was that he was in love with my best friend, and my best friend and I went everywhere together, and he went everywhere with us. And so we spent a bunch of time together, but we weren't actually friends. And for the record, 7 years later, he looks great. And not that he didn't always look great, like, he was super hot in high school, but, like, you know, when people become, you know, post-high school, they become real people and not just angsty 17-year-olds. Yeah, it was a pleasant conversation. And we would totally be friends now. We have way more in common now than we did later. He ended up majoring in theater in college. Shut up. Musical theater is my life. He's not so much for the musical side. Not that he doesn't have a nice voice. I've heard it. Just saying. It was the funniest thing of my life. I honestly just don't even know what causes those things to occur. Like, what kind of cosmological setup took, like, caused that to happen? Like, and all of a sudden, this, however, is not a romantic comedy and will not result in us getting married. Thank goodness. As fabulous as he is, and as hot as he is. No. If you want to see my actual evidence of a good time had at Folk Fest, there's another video right below this one. Or to the side if you're watching this on YouTube. I don't know what else I'm supposed to say, right? Like, they were amazing. Austra had a really wonderful outfit. Okay, bye.